this is Sam Black with my first version of Big Valakut version 2. I am on the play, and I have a bit of a weird one. I have 3 Search for Tomorrows and 1 land. I'm going to keep it. This hand will be quite good if I draw a second land on my second turn, and functional otherwise once these Search for Tomorrows start coming unsuspended. But the hope is to Search for Tomorrow, then draw a land, and then Satyr Wayfinder, and then do things with Search for Tomorrow and Explore, depending on where my draws go from there. So I will get Stomping Ground and pay 2 life and suspend my first search. It's kind of nice to have a hand that is all lands essentially and escape shift, especially since these lands can come down extra fast. Okay, great. I drew a land, so I will play it and pay 2 life. And now that I think about it, I think I would actually rather suspend 2 Search for Tomorrows, and then I can play the Satyr Wayfinder next turn to try to find a land. If I don't find a land, and I can play Explore if I do find a land, to try to hit even more lands. Actually, I guess since I'll have a Search for Tomorrow coming out, I can Satyr Wayfinder and then Explore. This could go quite well. I'm gonna get a mountain. Well, I guess if I'm escape shifting, don't really need a mountain, but yeah. Alright, I'll just get a forest. Okay, so I drew Valakut. I think my hope is to Satyr Wayfinder into a land, play it, and then Explore and play Valakut, and then escape shift next turn. I'll just take the Wooded Foothills. I don't need white mana the way this game is going. And I'll just get a basic mountain, and then I'll Explore and play Valakut. And this is going to be a very, very fast Valakut kill. This is, or escape shift kill. This is going to be turn 4. I have 5, 6, 7 lands. That's 18 damage, and I have a lightning bolt. Oh, well, my opponent went down to 17 anyway, but lightning bolt would be the last 3. Yep, that's a bunch of elves. Kill you. I'll leave the mountains in my deck. Really hope that other forest is selected. Yeah, it is. Okay. Stomping around. Cinderglade, Mountain. Click around until it tells me I'm done. I would not like to pay 2 life any number of times. Alright. That was a great draw. My deck can't usually do that, I assume. So we're going to want a bunch of Anger of the Gods and Engineered Explosives against these elves. Spellskite is not going to be very good. And Tasker doesn't seem great. Burial Rites doesn't seem great. Obstinate Baloth seems pretty low impact. I don't think I need Eldritch Evolution. Alright, so plan A with a bunch of removal. This hand looks pretty good. So I'm not sure. I think because I have Engineered Explosives, I'm actually just going to let my opponent untap with Llanowar Elves. I'll just play Bloodstained Mire and pass. If my opponent plays an Archdruid, I'll bolt that. If my opponent plays 3 1-drops, it's great for me. Alright, Missouri is worth killing. But I can just do it on my next turn. I'm going to get a tapped Stomping Ground. Bold Missouri. And I don't think there's any reason to tell my opponent that I have Engineered Explosives before I can activate it, so I'll just play Wooded Foothills and pass. Plus, it just is exposed to removal if I play it, obviously. And I'm going to get, I guess I'll do red-black. Looks like my opponent's going to company. So I'll wait until my opponent's upkeep to do this so that I get to kill any 1-mana elves that come off the company. By wait until upkeep, I meant wait until after my opponent casts the company. Alright, well, we'll respond to the Shaman of the Pack trigger. think my opponent put those triggers in an order and only did 2 to me with the Shaman of the Pack. Alright. This can just find a mountain, I think. Green. Witness. And I'm just gonna get back Lightning Bolt. And no reason to cast it just yet. Might as well wait till my opponent attacks so that my opponent can't play an Elf Charge Druid before combat. Or my opponent will play an Elf Charge Druid before combat and I'll just get to kill it. That's even better. Running kind of low on life here. I might actually be in trouble. The moment I'm chump blocking this thing with Satyr Wayfinder and going to 1, I think that's the best I can do. Felt like I was doing good things, but there was just a lot of damage at various points. If my opponent doesn't play anything, and I don't draw anything, that's just not enough. So if I play a mountain and Primeval Titan, I have 4 mountains, so I can get 2 triggers, so I guess I'm okay. Ah! I clicked on the wrong guy? Alright, I'm dead. I thought I was playing Primeval Titan, but apparently I played Bedlam Reveler. Primeval Titan would have gotten me 2 mountains and killed those things, and then I might have been okay. Bedlam Reveler discarded all my good cards and left me down on board. That's worse. But it means we get to play another game. Probably would have won that one if I'd clicked on the Primeval Titan. I'll keep this. It's doing some good things. I'm just gonna pay 2 life to suspend. It's a good one. So I'm gonna play this, and I'm just gonna pass and plan on casting Grisly Salvage. We get Blood Crypt, pay 2 life, and cast Grizzly Salvage, and take Valakut, I think, because I have Search for Tomorrow coming in next turn, so I can cast Anger and play Valakut. I don't think my opponent can recover from this. I'm gonna pull this thing. I could play Ishkana with Delirium, but I don't want my opponent to have Azuri. And I'll cast this. Get a mountain. Oh, oops. I don't have enough green for Primeval Titan. It's going to make this a little harder than it needed to be. Could have just gotten Forest. Would have been fine. But most of my lands let me get green and cast Primeval Titan, and a lot of my spells do too, and otherwise Ishkana can probably win anyway. I'm not going to cast Explore because it might not let me do anything else, and I'd rather make a bunch of spiders. I think I should just Engineered Explosives for 3 to get rid of Azuri. But I guess there's no actual reason to use it right now. Yeah, if my opponent plays a land and activates Azuri to overrun, and then I blow up Azuri, I'm kind of fine with what happens. And in the meantime, Explosives is stopping my opponent from getting the best elves. Oh, wow. How filthy. Selfless Spirit's an insane hit there. Okay, great. This was getting kind of out of hand. Shoot Azuri. Green, green. now I will get another Valakut and another mountain. The mountain will be a stomping ground. And I'll kill my opponent's Elvish Mystic and Shaman of the Pack. And then I can attack with Ishkana, I think. No. No, what's this? Is it just going to be a Shaman of the Pack or something spicier? Okay, just another shaman. So I go to 4, and then I kill my opponent's 2 creatures. And I still think it's safe to attack. Alright, that was much closer than it needed to be, certainly. So I could have just gotten Forest and won much earlier, but my large amounts of lightning bolts or Anger of the Gods or various ways to do 3 damage was good enough to beat a bunch of small creatures.